Hey everybody, so today I'm continuing on my quest to get through Expert Terraria before 1.4 Journey's End comes along, and so I'm kind of trying to get my way through this, but one thing, after I defeated Skeletron in the last episode, I did not open the treasure bag, so I've still got it sitting here. I've quickly rearranged my house. I put my campfire in the house and heart lantern there, sharpening station just outside so that I can spend lots of time delving into the dungeon. That's going to be my main mission for today. But let's open this treasure bag. And nice, I got the bone glove, of course, is always in the treasure bag. And I got the Skeletron hand as well. So that's a nice little boost. I guess what I'm going to do is stash this cash. And I will head back to my main base before I start exploring the dungeon, though. Because I'm going to still want to do fishing quests, and I am ultimately going to want to continue preparing for hard mode as well. I'll do that later in the episode after exploring the dungeon, so let's just stash this, and I will remove that spawn point and beam back to my main base and see what the angler has for me today. And from there, we'll do our fishing quest and get down to the dungeon after that. Sky Lakes, Fallen Starfish. Alright, let's go. I think I did find my way to one of those somewhere. Yeah, over there. So make our way over to that Sky Lake. Try to get that quest done. And then onward to the dungeon. Alright, so here we are. I'm on the rope. The highway to heaven, shall we say. I had dropped this actually when I was exploring the sky. I had dropped this rope specifically for use during fishing quests. And I may have cut that out when I was editing, but I did that sort of on the way when I was doing the Queen Bee fight and all that. So, yeah, the only problem is I haven't arranged this to save me from the harpies yet. I often like to just put a little roof over my head for the purposes of the fishing quests to avoid enemies attacking me. So, you know what? I'm going to just set that up quickly because this is going to be really annoying and slow otherwise. Alright, here we are. I've created myself a nice little shelter that the harpies can't easily get into. I did honestly accidentally lose a little bit of the water off the side because I was cutting the little pool that was here, joining it with the main one. A little bit went off the side, which is sad, but yeah. Here we are. And there we go, Fallen Starfish. Didn't take too long. Helps to have that sitting duck fishing pole, that's for sure. I actually don't have that many great fishing accessories otherwise. There we go, crate potion and 2 gold. And well, that's about it for the fishing quest. I do still want to finish getting the fish finder so that I can eventually get the PDA and the cell phone. So I'm very close to getting that actually, because I have my weather radio and I have Fisherman's Pocket Guide. I just need the sextant and that'll get me the fish finder. Well, and I need a few other accessories to finish the whole set, but that'll be exciting. I like to get that. It's one of my favorite accessories to get the cell phone, because it takes up the same spot that I use for my mirror anyway, and it gives me all that nice informational stuff. But that's another story. Actually, you know what? I should just cook those, add them to my stock of food, stash what I just got, and we'll head to the dungeon. I just realized I didn't upgrade my lightning boots to frostspark boots, and I totally had ice skates just sitting in my inventory. Well, there we go, that's done. Off to the dungeon. Okay, I also just realized something else I forgot. After defeating Skeletron, I can buy the safe, which is totally worth it, especially when I'm going to the dungeon. And what's even better, I can stash that safe in my piggy bank, so I have double the extra portable inventory space. So yeah, I lied before, but now I'm actually going to the dungeon. Alright, here I am, back to my temporary little base here. So I'm keeping my nurse here, and I've got that all set up. So I can come back and regenerate if I need to. And if I don't need to, if I want to stash my stuff back at my main base, I just unset that spawn and I can beam back there too. But yeah, so I brought, of course I've got my piggy bank, I've got my safe that I just bought. And we're gonna head down here. Oh, I did forget to make more torches though. I'd better do that quickly. got a bunch of wood in my piggy bank for that very purpose. I'm looking for certain bits of loot. There's a whole bunch of great loot that you can get in the dungeon, of course, but there are certain things that I'm particularly going to want. Water bolt will be helpful. Muramasa will be helpful. A handgun, so I can make the Phoenix Blaster eventually, will be helpful. I'll want the alchemy table, the bewitching table. So another thing about my dungeon actually is it's effectively twice the size of the regular generated dungeon. So I don't even know what it's going to look like, but what was that? No, it's the other way around. Blue with yellow, that's the water bowl. Okay, chest. I'm wearing my hive pack too because I'm using the beekeeper anyway. Oh, there we go. Nice golden key, just like that. So I don't have to go hunting too much. Light my way as I go. So that golden key will let me in the first golden chest I find. Normally you have to get that from the dungeon slimes. I know you're getting into the dungeon when the dark casters are... Yeah, that's the guys. They start showing up. Angry bones. Interesting, I'm getting the red ones right away. So this is a very long pathway down into the main dungeon. Oh, I'm finally seeing a splitting path here. Not very splitting. Only briefly splitting. And yes, you can collect those potions that you see lying around. Just use your right click or your secondary button. Really ought to find myself a glowing mushroom field because I have yet to do so somehow. Which is really strange and weird and rare. But that would allow me to combine all the regular lesser healing potions into regular full healing potions. And yeah, the dungeon's a good place to find a lot of those, so it's a useful thing. This is why I brought projectile weapons. Bee guns, probably the easiest choice. But I brought my bow and my guns as well. There we go. Oh, it's a loot room. Ow, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so we'll light this up and I can finally grab my first golden chest. I got a free bowl there too. I can make a bowl of soup out of that. And there we go. Muramasa, sharp Muramasa as well. Nice. I don't really need the tungsten. The question is, do I leave it or do I just take everything? Ah, loot all. Let's do it. So I've achieved one of my loot objectives. I got my Muramasa. And that'll be very useful for trying to craft the Knight's Edge, which I would like to do before I get into hard mode. Gives you a nice starting point when you first get to hard mode. Okay, so that was that side of the path. And now it's just continuing down another very long little corridor here. Oh, and there's my mechanic. Nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah, that's a trap. Okay. Excellent. Got the mechanic. And the beekeeper is also proving very useful because it's not only... It's a, you know, up-close sword melee weapon, but also, as you can see here, it functions effectively as kind of a projectile weapon as well. In that it releases bees that go kill those guys. And with the hive pack, those bees are extra powerful as well. So I think it's a good choice for this nasty dungeon. It's yeah, very long way down. This particular one. Okay, here we go. Now we have choices. Got different places to go all of a sudden. So this, oh yeah, it is going somewhere, maybe, sort of. Yep, okay, we're into officially a different area of the dungeon here. You can see the difference in the background walls. So that can be useful later, mostly in hard mode after Plantera. Knowing which area of the dungeon you are in will affect what spawns you get. Oh, looks like my main inventory is full, so it's time to break out the piggy bank. You know what? I'm going to try to fill the safe first, because I can stash stuff there kind of at my leisure. And I'll put things that I don't expect to get a lot of in the safe, which is going to be, you know, harder to access anyway. Things that don't stack and that kind of thing. Alright, so let's open the second golden chest. Nice. Aquaceptor, sweet. So I'll put that in the safe. I left the safe here, knowing that I'm going to end up with a few more things before I leave the area here. So yeah, those kind of items, special items, put them in the safe. Remember to take it with you. Also excess, I've got kind of an excess of healing potions here. Can only stack so much, so you get a full stack, put that in there. That's the kind of thing that I would say you want to put in the thing that's harder to move. We have a Santa painting. May as well take that. Oh no, the Cursed Man, so I guess that wasn't Santa. I was wondering what a Santa painting would be doing in the dungeon. Well, that'll be very fitting for when I get the Clothier NPC moved into my village. I can remind him who he used to be. That's what he wants, right? He's been cursed for how long? Alright, so we have some nice furniture in this area. Okay, so I've made my way back to sort of to where I was. That sort of triple intersection. So that's one area explored. Now I have kind of another sort of intersection, let's say. It's a big room with a guy hanging on the wall. Narrowly missed that little arrow. I saw the button, hit it anyway. Okay, this is definitely getting interesting here, but let's see what's in this gold chest, and we got a blue moon. Nice. Okay, again, gonna have to, you know, deal with the loot situation, I guess. Okay, something I just realized, actually, that, you know, is usually one of my strategies, too, is that I forgot to get the mechanic's lens from the mechanic while I, you know, was nicely right there with her, rescuing her. And that's a very useful thing in the dungeon, because the mechanic's lens is, you know, you can hold a trap or a mechanism to show you where the wiring and the traps and the mechanisms are, or you can just get the mechanic's lens and keep it in your inventory, like so, and bam, you can see right there. It'll show you where the wiring is without even having it selected. So, yeah, I'm hoping she'll make her way back to the village soon, but I'm glad that she didn't yet, because that'll help keep me safe from the traps. I guess I'll take this other left fork here now. I didn't really finish everything that way, but kind of hoping maybe this one's got an end in sight. Basically wanting to fully explore every area of the dungeon, or at least until I get everything that I want. And I don't have all of it yet. There we go, another gold chest. Let's light this up. I did also put my money trough on a button where I can select it, because I'm going to have to be dealing with my inventory a lot. Oh, nice. Magic missile. Yeah, sweet. So far I've had very good luck with just getting like one of each of the various dungeon weapons. We'll see if that luck continues. I'm going to have most of them pretty soon, actually. At this rate. So I've come along another little passageway here, and I've actually seen 4 chests. Thought I was getting to the end of one area. But then it didn't end. And turns out there's 2 chests here, and there's 2 chests in the other area. Oh, nice cobalt shield. That's another thing. Another one of the very nice, useful things. I'm still looking for like a bewitching table, an alchemy table. Okay, that's my first repeat, I think. Another aqua scepter. So I now have 2 of those. Great weapon. And yeah, one of the serious challenges with the dungeon is just like dealing with all of the loot. There's so much loot. Constantly managing inventory. Not only constantly managing inventory, but constantly managing inventory while fighting enemies, which is, of course, quite irritating. Oh, nice. There's one of the chests. That's the Hallow chest, I think. That'll be the rainbow gun eventually, but I, of course, can't get that until I've defeated Plantera. I just now realized I need to eat some food. Keep my regeneration and other stats up. Oh, look at that painting. Okay, that's a painting that might be worth getting, as these guys all try to kill me. Unicorn crossing the Hallow, I think it said. I don't know if I have anywhere big enough to put that, mind you. Oh, there we go, water bolt. Finally got it. I was searching so many bookshelves looking for that. Looking at every single bookshelf just to make sure I didn't miss one. Finally got a water bolt. Suppose I might want to grab some of the water candles too. Probably, you know, it makes it easier if you take the water candles with you. That reduces the spawn rate. And also you can use them later when you want to increase spawn rates wherever you might be. And again, I think this is a different area of the dungeon. I'm getting lots of this cursed skulls now. Basically trying to surround me. Oh, nice. Got the Nazar. That's very useful eventually against the, or towards the Ankh shield. Which of course I won't be getting anytime soon, but collecting all of the paintings and everything, because why not? And no wonder there are so many guys around here. There's a lot of water candles. Oh, I didn't even realize there's a star statue right here, which of course can be useful too if I ever plan to be a serious mana user. Set up a mechanism to give me stars. And yeah, some serious inventory management. Here's another gold chest and lots more stuff. Another blue moon. So, I mean, I've got most of the weapons at this point. Probably the only major one I'm looking for now would be the handgun, actually. Oh, finally got a tally counter. That's another important thing towards the PDA and the cell phone. I'm just trying to figure out which areas I still have to explore, which definitely there are entire branches I still have to explore. Oh, and of course I immediately get another tally counter after that. The cursed skulls inflict a very annoying debuff that stops you from attacking. Oh, finally got an Angry Bones banner. Maybe it's another one. Wow, a lot of tally counters all of a sudden. I had none, and now I have 3. Yep, there's still huge areas, actually, that I haven't explored yet. This is just what I've explored so far. Look how big this dungeon is. That's the big, huge, long passage all the way down. And this is what I've explored so far, and you can see, you know, various places, especially downwards, where I have yet to go. But even over here, there are whole areas I have yet to explore, so I guess I'll continue. I still need that furniture, most of all. Okay, here's a little room with not 1 but 2 golden chests. Let's see if I get my handgun yet. After I get all these guys out of the way, of course. Bees are very nice for that. Okay, oh, I finally got a shadow key. I was wondering, hadn't gotten one of those yet. That's obviously very important too. I'm going to be going to the dungeon world, or the dungeon world, the underworld, soon enough. But no, still no handgun. Still no alchemy table. Still no bewitching table. So we still got some things to look for. But we still got plenty of dungeon left, too. Finally got a Cursed Skull banner. I'm also feeling a little low on health, and at the same time, my inventory is extremely full. So what I'm going to do, I think, at this point is just head back to my main base and unload a lot of the stuff, because both my safe and my piggy bank and my inventory, they're all pretty full right now. So also may as well grab some fallen stars. I'm going to need to collect fallen stars for later, for the star cannon, for the wall of flesh. So while it's still night, I'll collect whatever's hanging around. I'll warp back to base, unload all that inventory, and we'll make another trip. Alright, so I collected a whole bunch of fallen stars. And the other thing that I might want to do is, of course, check in with my angler. Jewelfish, underground and caverns. I'm going to want to do that too. There we go, jewelfish. Nice. Took a few casts, not too many. I tend to use my worst bait first if possible. At least if I'm doing well enough as in terms of having a good fishing rod and everything. What do we get? Still no sexton, but that's okay. I also got a strange plant on the way. Reflective obsidian dye. Don't even know if I need to sell that. No, I think that's a new one. Alright. Like to keep one set of each. Alright, I had so many paintings that I decided to make a chest just for paintings. I have some extra chests that I didn't really use yet, so yeah, chest for paintings, and I'm on my way to the dungeon. I'm just looking for falling stars because it's night again. Took a long time to manage all that inventory. Okay, here we are. I'll set my spawn back to here. Sharpening station never hurts while I'm at it. And I am going to make my way down, and I'm going to have to come up with a bit of a plan as to where I need to look still. A lot of water candles in this little area, but here's a golden chest. Oh, is that a bone welder in that chest? Yes, it is. Bone welder. And in this one, a valor. Actually, yeah, that's the first one of those that I've managed to come across. Ooh, the destroyer painting. Omens of the future. Dead end up there. I think I've got this little section almost explored. It's only one component of a whole branch that I haven't fully explored yet. I mean, this is just a huge, huge dungeon. Oh, the Cursed Skull. Got me with the thing that stops the attacks. There we go. Now he's dead. Okay, gotta make my way over to the left here. Which is also a dead end. Okay, we're making progress in actually finding the ends of this place. Okay, so here I venture into a new area. See what we find. Finally a Dark Caster banner. Here's a chest. And I finally got my handgun. Yes. Excellent. There's one of the things I've been waiting for. Now it's just really furniture hunting. I guess furniture hunting I ought to be able to do a little quicker. Also, there are the hordes and hordes of enemies. Oh, and great. He got me with that debuff again. Okay, and I think that's the jungle chest, is it? So that's another thing to sort of remember later, maybe. Probably won't remember that at all. I'm using full healing potions finally now because, oh, I got a Clothier Voodoo doll. Nice. It's a fairly rare find. But yeah, okay, you can see why I'm using full healing potions now. Alright, so I have cleared this whole section of the dungeon, but there's still other sections that I haven't even touched yet. It's a huge, huge dungeon. There are actually still a lot of areas because this dungeon is so huge. There we are, alchemy table, finally. That is one of the things. Oh, and the bewitching table is right over there. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Of course, there's a trap right in front of me. So we'll disable that and open this chest. What's in here? Nothing too important at this point. But there's my bewitching table right next to the alchemy table, finally. So that, I think, oh, another tally counter. That's the fourth one. Didn't get one for a long time, and then I got 4. Alright, but I think that's everything that I was actually after in the dungeon. Funny thing is, like, this dungeon is just vast. I mean, you would expect to find most of the things that you want in the dungeon. Generally, the dungeon will have most of the things that I've gotten, but if you don't get things in the golden crate, you can create a fishing hole in the dungeon and fish for dungeon crates instead of the chest, sorry, the golden chest. The loot that you would normally get in the dungeon, golden chest, the locked chest, in crates when you fish instead. So that's a good option. But yeah, at this point, I think I've got everything I needed. But I mean, I'm here, so I'm still going to check out this golden chest. Even though it's very unlikely that there's anything special that I need in it. But let's see. Yeah, more the same at this point, more the same. So I'm just going to leave that, and we'll head back. Head right back to the main base, where I actually need to build a couple more houses, but I'm not going to bore you with that. That's basically the stuff that I wanted, so I can now replace this table with the alchemy table, and that'll save me some ingredients. And then I can also put in the bewitching table. I can use that really anywhere. And that, like the sharpening station, this will allow me one more minion. Of course, I don't even have any minion items yet, but that's another discussion. I should be able to get the hornet staff from the queen bee if I have enough stuff left, which I actually might not. And I'll be making my way down to the underworld soon as well. So roadmap from here is I need to prepare for hard mode. I need to wall off my evils. I need to make my elevator. Finish making my elevator. It's a little more than halfway down there, so I need to continue that all the way to the underworld. My evils, conveniently, actually, are all in this general area, so I'll probably want to like just dig all the way under there. And the dungeon actually provides a barricade to the evils as well, so I can probably just go down and all the way over to the dungeon, more or less. Then I'll want to do a little one here on this side as well for that. But the evils are all on one side in this world. Oh no, oh yeah, there's this area, so I will want to do that as well. There's one little area, Crimson. Try to save this ocean from the Crimson before I get into hard mode. As you can see though, this dungeon, like look how huge this is. Huge, long tunnel down to the dungeon, and then this is just the area I explored so far. So I went this area, and then I went this area. But you can see it continues downwards, and I don't even know how big it continues to get all the way down here, but I think I've got everything I need, and I don't really feel the need to explore the entire thing right now, so I'll leave that. As you can see, my mechanic is still there. I'll need to build a house for her, a house for the clothier who hasn't moved in yet because I don't have a house for him, and I should really make 1 or 2 extras as well. But that's basically that for today, so hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.